Hey everyone, I'm Matt, Senior Client Success Manager for White House Custom Color, and we made it. We jumped in the van this morning from Eagan, Minnesota, drove over to Waupun, Wisconsin. It's about a 4.5-hour drive. We're really excited to work with Cassandra Verhage. We've been planning her new wall displays. She's got an awesome studio right on the main street of Waupun. We're really excited to get going. It's a very classic, traditional business storefront with awesome windows. We're going to do some fun stuff in the front of that. This is going to be new and different. Well, we're really excited to be here. You should see the inside of the van. You should actually walk out and see the inside of the van.
I know, I'm so excited.
All of your prints, all the video gear, all that stuff. So again, we really appreciate you taking the time to let us come and film all this stuff and all the installation. I mean, the studio is awesome already. It's in a cool historic building right on Main Street. Mm-hmm. What is the actual name of this street?
Main Street.
Oh, that was a good guess then.
That was.
So let's just do kind of a little tour around the space. Tell us a little bit about the building. We know you own it. You have an apartment upstairs. So give a little history on that.
All right, well, the building's about 150 years old. I've owned it for 10 years now. It needed a lot of work when I bought it, but it's been a very fun experience trying to restore it back to its beautifulness, I guess.
It is very beautiful.
So this front room, a lot of times I use for taking pictures. There's a lot of beautiful natural light that comes in. So I'll just kind of set up right back there. Sometimes I'll use the back wall. I kind of use wherever the sun looks the best.
You also have a camera room. So this room is not just for people to walk through and have it be beautiful. You use this to photograph in.
Yep.
All the time.
Yep.
A lot of the time.
Yeah, yes. During daylight hours that are perfect, then yes.
Yeah,
I'm usually up here.
Like when I look at this space, it is just this blank canvas of amazing walls and, you know, awesome front windows. And we really haven't had, you know, these beautiful front windows like this to work with before. A variation of it, but you've got big flat space, and I'm really excited for what we're gonna be doing in the front windows. This is just a blank canvas, yep. You know, and for people to walk in and see this after we get done hanging everything, it's gonna be a completely different experience. Yeah. And you've done well. You know, like I know your numbers. You know, and since you've been in business, you've sold a lot of product with not a lot of product on the wall. Yep. So it'll be really fun to see how that transition works, you know, for you in the next 6, 12, 18 months. So let's keep moving and going into your sales room and talk about that a little bit. So let's start with this. Tell us a story about this grouping behind us. It's actually going to be staying put right where it's at.
Yep, this grouping we did about 3 years ago, I believe. It has a little bit of everything. It has canvas, framed canvas, standout, wood, and framed prints. So I feel like it gives like a good variety, good amount of sizes. And it's nice because it can kind of, you suggested it when I put it up, that we could be broken up. So if they don't want to do this big of a collage, you know, they could do just these 3 pieces or those 4 pieces. So it's worked out very, very well for the past couple of years. It's been a great tool for me to use and show different products that I offer.
And for everybody that's watching along today, the reason that Cassandra wants this here is because she refers to it constantly. And I think there's 5 different products in here. Is that what we counted up? You know, and like she was saying, you can break this up into a lot of different pieces. So this has been on the wall for 3 years. We decided to keep it where it's at because it's such a useful tool. So let's bounce into your camera room now just to show everybody where you photograph, okay? Cassandra, you have the space split up into 3 like unique areas, and then the 4th is kind of more for storage for you. So let's just kind of give people like an audio tour. So we come in the front, we've got your reception area, going to be a wonderful gallery space, but you do use that to photograph in with your natural light. Correct. Move into the sales room, and then into your camera room where you're using strobes. Yep. Okay. Correct. So give us the breakdown on like the amount of time you use this room versus the front? Is this more popular, or where do you usually like to work?
Depends on the session and depends on the day. If it's a cloudy, gloomy day in the middle of winter, then I'm back here the entire time. A lot of times, like if I have a little kid with blue eyes or a senior with like bright blue eyes, I'm always up front if the sun is out, because their eyes just pop up there. Yeah. And it also depends on what I'm doing too. Up there, it's more natural, not as many like backgrounds, so more stage stuff is back here. Up front is more natural with a couch.
Now, I know that you do a lot of cool Santa stuff.
Yes.
No pun intended, as cool. Tell us, like, where do you set that up?
So Santa is usually set up back there. And a lot of times I'll kind of do it as like a half room, where I will put the background stand up and then I'll have another background stand coming out. So typically in the month of November, this whole area is a lot of Christmas. Okay. And set up for that. I'll usually have 3 different sets for Christmas. And then I'll just only have limited options of what people can do outside of that. So for a couple weeks, I will try not to book anything. And if people do want something that week, I'll just let them know that it's very limited, or else they can do Christmas stuff.
Right, for sure. So you said that you've been in this space for 10 years. Yeah. Now, a lot of people watching, this is their dream, to have a storefront brick and mortar studio, be able to leave product up, be able to have an awesome camera room. And when we were talking about doing this, you know, we showed the team pictures of the space and the front and everything. Everybody was like, oh, we just fell in love with the building. So we're thrilled to be here. Now on the back side of that, where the painting's done, the product is in the van, what are you most excited about, Cassandra?
Well, the past couple of weeks since I've started seeing them in studio and seeing the walls that way, when clients have been in, my mindset has kind of changed. And I just keep thinking, oh man, if I would have had all of this on my walls right now, like, would I have sold that? Right. You know, and I just kept thinking, like, I could visually see it, but they can't, you know? So I'm most excited to see what happens and to see how people can visualize like how this is going to work in their space. Mm-hmm. So I don't know, I'm excited to see what happens. That's awesome. And people's reactions. So
well, it's going to be great. So with that being said, should we get to work?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.